sine squared plus cosine squared x is equal to 1. I don't know why that thing won't go away. Usually goes away. So cosine squared x is equal to what? 1 minus sine squared of x. So this one is equal to cosine, as they say, write the following. So this would be cosine squared of what? No, I'm doing okay today. I did like 20 problems of calculus this morning, so hopefully I can do some trig. Y'all want to do some calculus? We'll do some. We got it right. We feel good about ourselves. All right, let's do what? What are you talking about? Do you know that they came out with an article today? They have taken the attendance at all the rallies for both candidates since August 1st. Yeah. And I had it on my website. And then I had it on my Facebook. No, this is inside the buildings. Okay? Let me find it. I can't remember the numbers. That's why I'm looking it up. Yeah, I know this will get me off kilter. This guy, he's a joke. He couldn't name a leader outside the U.S. He couldn't name anybody. He sat there like, I don't know. The Mexican president, the last Mexican president. And Chris Matthew goes, okay, what's his name? I don't know. This guy he's the epitome of the pothead. What is it? Here it is. Since August 1st, Trump has had 312,000 attend his rallies versus Hillary's 12,000. But the polls are tied, but it's still early, right, Jim? Y'all know who I'm talking about there. Jeb Bush said, it's still early. He said the whole time, it's still early. But he's winning by so-and-so, but it's still early.
Is it just expensive to go to rallies?
What? I didn't. I've been to 2 of his rallies. One in Greenville and one in Charleston. What? You talking about fundraising? What? What did you get put on yours? How much did it cost you anything? I won't go down there and tell them I want one for Trump. Put Trump on there. What? I'm surprised. Surprised it wouldn't run off like their heads on fire. All right. Simplify so that no quotients appear in the final expression. So that means not a fraction. Y'all take the bait on this one. First thing students think is they can do the Pythagorean identity on the top. But 1 is equal to what? Sine squared what? Plus cosine squared, so you can't do that. Always remember, when you got something like this, you got a negative right here. That means that you've got a fraction set up right here. So try this. Sine squared theta over cosine theta sine theta minus cosine squared theta over cosine theta sine theta. And what does that do? Well, this will cancel out and make one of these a sine. This will cancel. So you're left with sine theta over cosine theta minus cosine theta over what? Sine theta. And this is tangent theta minus what? What the bear? Isn't that nice? Question. Right. Complaint. Manipulation. You're a man. You need to learn how to manipulate people. Okay? Females, they didn't even catch that. Oh, you called it, you just being quiet? Okay. You know, just being quiet? Next question. Let's find the nerd. I was going to do 57 or one like 57. Yeah, that's one that you quit on. Well, of course, the first thing I would do is write something in terms of what? Sine. Write the following expression, blah, blah, blah. The final expression does not necessarily have to be in terms of sine and cosine. Evidently, they mean tangent, cotangent. I would start with that cosecant. What do y'all think? Huh? Yep. Sine of 2 cosecant of 2 minus sine of 2 sine of t 1 over the sine of t minus the sine of t sine of t over the sine of t minus sine squared of t and 1 minus the sine is equal to what? Huh? The cosine, right? Y'all check. No. Yeah, calculus 2 usually begins in the fall. No. Calculus 2 usually begins in the spring. Fall is usually your first class. Biology 101, chemistry 110, physics 122, or whatever they call that physics. I'll have Calc 2 if I have enough people pass Calc 1.
We can't say Calc 1.
If I have enough people pass this class and want to take it here, yes, I can have it make. Just like I had this class make. This class wasn't here. Remember? And I had y'all sign the thing, and I made this class, and I think 1 or 2 people out of that class that said they were, well, she did, you did, 3 or 4 out of all these people. So those other people that signed it, they're losers because they didn't show up.
So just getting the class on the
Getting it on the list is half the battle. The other half, I'll put it on Facebook, and then people know I'm teaching Calc 2, and then hopefully a few more will sign up. Capiche? All right, that's out of 9.1. 9.2. I'm sorry, this thing's in the way. 9.2. All right, try that one. Sum and difference identity. Now, of course, you need to have the, let's see if they'll, no, they're not doing it. Oh well, just use sum and difference identities. Let's see if I still got that on my sine of pi over 2 minus w. Sine of pi over 2 minus w. No, I don't have them anymore. Okay. Nope. So I'll pull up, while y'all working on it, I'm going to pull up. And this is how you need to pull your sheet. Oh, you don't need a sheet. I need to give you a sheet. In fact, I got to go get those. Just look up trig identities. Images. This is the one I like to use, the green one. Percent. Oh, you have what? There we go. All right, which one is, what's the problem? Because I don't,
the sine quantity of I over 2 minus W.
Over 2 minus W.
W or W, depending on where you're from.
So, I'm looking, I don't see it.
Some difference.
I'm looking. There it is. Some difference. So this is where the sign doesn't want to be by itself. Remember me telling you? And the signs are always the same. So this one's going to be a minus. So it's going to be cosine, cosine, sine, sine. So right here, sine, cosine, cosine, sine. Sorry, it'll be the minus right here. So sine pi over 2 minus W is equal to, we know it's going to be minus, and sine, cosine, cosine, sine. So sine pi over 2 cosine W sine pi over 2 cosine pi over 2 sine pi. Cosine pi over 2 sine of W. Sine pi over 2 minus W is equal to, of course, pi over 2 is equal to what? 90. So the sine is equal to what? 1 times cosine of W minus the cosine of pi over 2 is 0 times the sine of W. And of course, that goes out. So you're left with sine pi over 2 minus W is equal to the cosine of W. Friday? And that would be, I think, cosine, right? And you feel good about yourself. All right, try that one. Well, I'm sorry. If y'all want difficult stuff, I can get some difficult stuff if you want me to. We'll go ahead and start doing some difficult stuff. Cosine of 120 plus theta. Cosine of 120 plus theta. Cosine of 120 plus theta. Now the cosine, they like to stay together. Cosine of 120 plus theta, but the sines like to what? Like to change. So that's going to be equal to cosine, cosine, and that's a plus. Isn't it a plus?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will be a minus sine, sine. (120) theta, 120 theta. Well, what's 120? 30 degrees on the other side? 60 degrees, huh? So that's a negative 1 square root of 3 and 2. And that's adjacent of the hypotenuse would be negative 1/2, right? So equals negative 1/2 cosine theta minus the sine is going to be square root of 3 over 2. Square root of 3 over 2 sine theta. I don't know what the answers are, but I don't think we can do much else. That's it. That's why some of them have multiple choice. So y'all can't what? Screw it up. Good. This one you have to. I'm just going to type in 3. Is that what we got? Factor out of 1/2. I don't forget what we got. Let's see if you can see. Yep. Factor out 1/2. Now on that, if you didn't factor out a 1/2, not a big deal. Yep. Pretty much, I'll take more points off. And that's 9.2. So let's look at 9.3. That's the one that most people have trouble with. .3. The reason people have problems with 9.3 is there's so many. That's why, but if you have your cheat sheet with you, then you're good to go. All right, try that one. First thing you got to do is find what? Where you are. What's pi over 2? So this is in the what quadrant? First quadrant. So you got to know where you are. And then of course, what is, well, the cosine of alpha over 2, you use your identity. So go ahead and work on that. Cosine of alpha over 2. Cosine of alpha over 2. So that's the cosine of alpha over 2. So that's going to be half angle. I can't find it right now. I think we did the one like this in class, didn't we? It's double angle. I'm sorry, we'll go back. That's all right. Cosine of alpha over 2. I'm sorry, given the cosine alpha is equal to 2/3. I forgot that. In the first quadrant, what is cosine? That's the first one. Hold on. Notice in the first quadrant, and you know that cosine is equal to what? Adjacent over what? So you know that oh. I had that pen set in red because of calculus class. Okay, so that means that the adjacent is what? 2, and the hypotenuse is 3. So 2 squared minus 3 squared is going to be 4, be square root of 5. Somebody check me out. So of course, you can do whatever you want to now, but you need to know the cosine of alpha over 2. What are we going to use now? What are we going to do now? At least we know this. I'm sorry, what? 2/3 over 2, you could do that. Cosine of alpha over 2 is equal to 2/3 over 2, which is equal to what? Mm. 1 over 2, which is equal to 2/6, which is equal to 1/3, but I don't think that's what they're at. Alpha over 2 looks like the identity. And if you want to remember me telling you the other day, you wanted to find out what alpha over 2 is, we said alpha over 2 equal to what? Alpha over 2 is equal to what? 2/3. And then you cross multiply, and then you get alpha is equal to what? That's going to be 3 alpha is equal to 4. Alpha is equal to 4/3. So that'll help you when you do your identity. I thought we did one like this. Finish it. So who's Clemson play this weekend? What does that mean?
Never mind.
That's when the people that pronounce Clemson, they come into town. Here we are in Clemson, South Carolina. Yeah, I really do watch that. Who does South Carolina play? I don't know. I was fixing to ask y'all. Yeah. All right, let's pull up by handy dandy. Who? I don't know who's going to win that game. There's our half angles right there. I just looked right at them. Half angles right here. Right here. So which one do we got? We got cosine of what? Cosine of alpha over 2. So there's our half angle. So we're going to use this one right here. And we've got theta. Theta is equal to what? Whatever I said it was over on the previous page. That's going to be 1 plus cosine of what did I say it was? 4/3 or 2/3? Okay, all right. No, I want to know what theta is. Well, you could do that. I'm sorry. There's theta.
Right there, it says cosine of A is 2/3.
You could plug that in for the whole thing, yes. Or you could use that right there, either one. You'll get the same answer. So put 2/3 in right there instead of the cosine. Just take the whole thing out and put 2/3. Either way, you're going to get the same answer. Over 2. Now, of course, these are going to be, what you should do for the test online is print this thing out right here. That's the one I use. It's the only one that's green and white. All the other ones are white. So, I hope I didn't offend anybody. Any green people in here I offended, I'm sorry. Alright, so cosine, that was a joke, is equal to 3/3 plus 2/3 is 5/3. 5/3 multiplied by 1/2 is 5 what? 6? Now they probably want the exact answer, so that's going to be the square root of 30 over 6. Let's see what they want. I got the square root of 30 over 6. Is that what y'all got? Square root of 30 over 6. Look, you got to rationalize the denominator. Hold on. Get the see, this is the square root of, let me write it because I can't copy it. You understand?
Yes.
Square root of 6 over square root of 6. Y'all seen the show, I've mentioned it last week, Designated Survivor? It's good. It's very good. I was just seeing the second episode last night. It's going to start coming on Wednesday nights. It's real good. What? Blacklist. Who? Who's that? It was such a good show, and I'm such a TV fanatic. Why?
It's like the number one show on
Oh, it's on NBC. I don't watch NBC.
He's like number
I don't watch. The only reason I'm watching ABC is because of Kiefer Sutherland. That's why.
Okay, so he's the number one on the FBI's most wanted list. Ends up becoming an informant for them. And they go chase down criminals all across the
Oh, well, that's nice.
It's fun.
I haven't seen it. I stay on the cable channels pretty much.
That is cable. What the heck, man?
Hmm?
You need DirecTV.
No, that's government TV. NBC, CBS, and ABC is government. GUB apostrophe MENT. Government. All right, let's do one more. And then I'll give y'all a test. And then y'all can, yeah, you need to complain. That's good. It needs to be negative. That way, if anybody asks you, you say, yeah, you gave us a class test. It sucked. You got to play the game. Okay? Do not say it was easy. Do not say I was pleasant. Do not say just make me out to be a son of a bitch. Okay? I'm serious. That's what they want to hear. No, don't do that, because then it'll affect my self-esteem, and I can't handle that. I'll have to put smokestacks on my truck and do all that, and I really don't want to do that because that costs a lot of money and it's worthless. I can't find my way around right now. There we go. Let's do one more. Let's do 75. No, I don't want to do that one. I only want
Yeah, I
mechanics.
saw that.
Yeah, I think that's why I stopped reading.
Yeah. That's exactly where I started.
All right, sum to product. Do that one. They even tell you which one to use. Sum to product. I'm going to snip this one out. I feel like writing. I want to do the whole thing. Oh, something good has happened. WebAssign has been bought out by Cengage. Now, do y'all know what WebAssign is? WebAssign is the competition to MyLabs Plus. And it's not really competition because it sucks. And all the calculus classes have to use it because that's the book we use. But I got an email yesterday that says that Cengage bought out WebAssign. So I wrote an email to my Cengage person and told them that I wanted to be on any committees because I've written several emails to WebAssign. And the problem with WebAssign is it wasn't designed by educators. It was designed by engineers. And if any of you know engineers think they're little GODs, okay? Little gods. And they don't take suggestions from anyone. So if you send them a suggestion, just like an engineer, they'll say, oh, okay, interesting. Then when you turn around, they'll crumple it up, throw it in the trash bin. All right? So I sent my emails to that person, Cengage, and they said they were going to try to put me on a committee to revamp WebAssign. So I'm hoping by the time y'all take calculus, WebAssign will not be WebAssign anymore. It'll be something else. So, what? What'd you say? You don't know. No, it'll be called something like MindTap or something. Something different. Yeah, where they tap your brain. So you might want to wear your, I know. I was on that committee too. Hey! Well, we ain't started using it at Tri-County yet.
I'm using it.
In what class?
A law class.
Huh?
A law class.
Oh, no, but for math, we haven't started using it yet. Basic law at Tri-County?
Yeah. It's the legal stuff. I didn't even know that.
Actually, I have found out that law is a very interesting subject.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I wouldn't want to do it for a living, but well, I get anxiety attacks going into my divorce lawyer's office. It's like being in the principal's office. You ever been in a principal's office or jail or a police office?
You've been in jail?
Tijuana jail. I ain't been in jail in the United States. I don't want to talk about it.
Come on now.
It all too much tequila.
Come on now.
Did we do where's the problem that I pulled up? Oh, I snipped it. Okay.
What happened to Tijuana, bro?
Be quiet. I'm gonna go and take this page off. Well, the first time I was stationed in California, we decided we wanted to go to Tijuana. So we caught the bus down to the trolley, and then the trolley took us to the border, and then we were in Tijuana. Well, we found this, of course, it's like College Road down there in Tijuana. All it is bars. There's a whole section, it's nothing but bars. And there was this place that had this big sign that said tequila poppers. All you can drink. So we thought it was like all you can drink beer. But no, what they do is they throw you in this barber chair. And if you're a girl, the waiter gets on top of you. And if you're a guy, the waitress gets on top of you. And you're supposed to hold your head back on the barber's chair like this. And you're supposed to drink until you can't, until it overflows your mouth. So if you're a good swallower, then you get plenty of tequila. You drink the whole bottle. And while you're doing it, they run around doing whistles and all these noise makers, and they try to get you distracted. And about 2 hours after tequila poppers, you get very belligerent. And we got belligerent. There was about 5 of us down there, and we ran into some army dogs. And of course, army dogs started running their mouth. So we got in a little altercation. There was 8 of them, only 5 of us. We did pretty good. I had 7 stitches across my forehead with a Q-stick across my forehead.
What the other guy look like?
Huh? I don't remember. All I know is they were beat up pretty bad, and we were too. But there was only 5 of us. But anyway, that's why I spent the night. Well, not all night, about 6 hours, and then the gunnery sergeant came and got us, bailed us out. Huh?
Did you black out?
No, why would you? I said we only spent like 6 hours there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like.
I don't remember much of it. God, that was 20 years ago. I don't even think they do tequila poppers anymore down there. At least, unless they still got the barber chairs. The barber chairs were very nice. I mean, these things were like padded and leathered, and they were real nice. They'd spin you around. They'd spin you around, and then they'd do the whistles and the bells and noisemakers and the.
When you were spinning while you were trying to swallow.
Mhm.
Oh.
How many times did you do it?
I don't remember.
Oh.
All you pay is $5.
And you can go in again and again and
Mhm.
again.
I don't see a lot of.
I don't know if they still do that or not.
I don't care.
All right, now I'm totally confused. Oh, snippet.
You're like 40.
And in America, you can fight for your country, but you can't drink.
You can drive the tank and go blow people up. But
You can't drink, yeah.
Well, I mean, my friend, when he came back from West Point, he went down to the liquor store and, you know, all he did was show that he was like,
Yeah. Most bases are okay, but especially lead guards, they're usually okay. Well, they used to be. Now everybody's scared of everybody, so I don't know. Did I bring this all the way down? Yeah, there we go. Use the sum in project identity. So they're telling you which one to use. Sum to product. So unless you can't read, you pretty much can do this one. So we've got the sign of 5A, 5 alpha, plus the sign of 8 alpha. So that's going to be the sum right here. So you got alpha is equal to 5A, or alpha is equal to 5 alpha, right? And beta is equal to 8 alpha. And then you just plug into 2 sine, and then alpha plus beta, 5 alpha plus 8 alpha over 2, and then the cosine of 5 alpha plus 8 alpha over 2. Minus, sorry. Minus 8 alpha over 2. Alrighty? Alrighty. Don't make fun of me. Any questions on 9.1 through 9.3?
What's the answer? What is 5 minus 8?
5 plus 8 is 13.
Yeah, I'm talking about plus 8.
I might have it's supposed to be turned. Okay, there it is. Right here, B. B.
Oh, yeah, because it looks like one. Yeah.
And there's negative right there.
Every religious TV show you should watch, it's called The United States.
No. What is that about?
It's the TV show
What are you talking about?
It's about like the #1 college football program is going to get money.
All right, I'm gonna have to go get you. I need to clear your desk.
No, I'm keeping my notes, man.
No, I've got to give you all the note card.
Just play the game. Can I use my purple pen?
No, you can't use anything happening with pencil. This is so I can make our attention go down. Play the game. Wait, what's the #1 football?
It's not like actually.
It's like, if you even watch the show, it's awesome. Yes. That's the Yeah, that's just get like, yeah, I just think these ones, I think more people. Yeah, 2 to 4 kilos.
Here are your department handouts. The department login sheets. No, you cannot, you have to turn them back into them. So now, when they ask you, you're in somebody else's class, and they say, did Hubert give you your handout sheets? You can say what? Yes. And the test was so hard, I couldn't pass it. Maybe now she could. Well, without two, that's fine. Just don't let one of them be a cheat sheet, because I got to do this right, okay? The online test is what? Hold on.